It's hard, dude. All these fucking buttons. What's up, Dwayne? Welcome back, bro.
What's up, man? How
Another
you
ep-
doing?
Good, good. Welcome everyone to another episode of No Country for Otakus. I hope everyone's having a good weekend. Uh, we this week we are chatting about.
Corpse party. What the hell?
I don't know what the fuck just happened there.
I was trying to say corpse party and had a sneeze.
Oh. So this week
Dude.
we're talking about an anime called Corpse Party. So this fucking anime, yo. 4 episodes, guys. 4 episodes. Hey, everyone, say hi to the little man. Hey, little man. So, Corpse Party, Tortured Souls. So pretty much is just 4 episode, kind of like an OVA,
Yeah.
and it's based off a game that came out prior to it.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was a game.
So I think it was a game, and I think it also goes over like what if you know obviously you know the storyline with the little girl and shit,
Mm-hmm.
the principal and that crazy ass fucking. I call him a brute, but the dude cut people tongues off and shit. But anyway, and what caused the school to end up like that? And then obviously it goes into Tortured Soul. So yeah, man. So little backstory: Dwayne proposed this fucking anime. Back when we do DMC. Yeah. Because we settled on
Was
DMC. Yes,
Oh,
it
was
was
it
around that
earlier?
time because
Oh,
we.
yeah.
It was because we was trying to figure out what we were gonna review, and you was like, "Dude, we should do Corpse Party." And I looked at the trip, I looked at the photo. I was like, "I'm not doing that shit." He's like, "Bro, I'm telling you, man, it's good." I'm not doing that shit, but I still end up doing DMC. So,
They're both good.
oh yeah, they're both good. But I just remember because we were trying to decide. I think this was after Vinland Saga or somewhere around
Yeah.
there. Whenever DMC came out, and we decided to do DMC instead of this. So we came back around and did this. He's like, dude, it's only 4 episodes, man. 30 minutes each. It's OVA, like I said, based on the game. Came out in 2013. And ladies and gentlemen, it takes about 4 episodes, 30 minutes each, 2 hours of your time. Knock that shit out, bro. This shit is excellent. This shit is excellent. It fucked up. But this shit is excellent. Corpse Party fucked up. Torture Souls fucked up. Like I was like, man, they really animated this bitch, but yeah,
No,
man, that shit.
you know what? That kind of disturbs me because now that you say it's a game, I'm like, who lets their children buy this stuff?
And it was one of those, like how remember how Pokemon looked with the little
With the
no,
text
like those
animation.
text animation and stuff like that. That's the
Yeah.
kind of game it was.
Nah, bro, that's deep. That's a bit too deep.
Looks like fun times though, fun times. I won't play it, but
You know what? I kind of want to go find it and download it and play it and see.
I'm gonna see if I could find some online gameplay somewhere on like YouTube.
That would be a whole lot easier. Yeah.
It's like, to fight. You probably could find a game for dirt cheap because it came out. But anyway, so what about you, man? What you thoughts about? Well, this is your second time watching it, right?
Nah, this is my 8th time watching it.
I mean,
Corpse Party. Oh gosh.
Four episodes.
The first time I watched it, I was like, God dang. It's like, jeez. I mean, the story itself was so captivating. I didn't even care about the artwork, bro. Like, I was like, is no one going to live? And then it turned out to be pretty good. And oh my God, that ending.
Yeah, I didn't see it. Man, when they zoomed in on the wallet, when they did the paper.
Yeah.
We're going to explain all of that in a minute. but it zoomed in on the wallet after. I was like, man, something went wrong. And then we'll talk about that later. But I was like, fuck, bro. And then there's a after credit scene, right? You gotta
No,
know that. Okay, yeah. So because I watched it on I watched it on Crunchyroll.
it's
So
on
if you let this,
Crunchyroll. Okay.
yeah. So if you let it go all the way to the end,
Mm-hmm.
no, no, no. I watch on High Dive. What am I talking about? um, if you let it go all the way to the end, it shows the girl, her mom's on the phone
Mm-hmm.
talking to a doctor, like, I don't know what happened. She used to be such a smart, good girl. Now she's like all messed up, and she's literally in their bedroom, just staring out the window, like
Yeah.
obviously talking to herself.
Oh, you
Obviously,
see,
because she's broken.
that's kind of why this brings up a whole different kind of conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Paying for subscription to your anime and not paying for it, because a lot of people used to give, I don't know, I guess they will do it with you too, but a lot of people used to give shit like, oh, you paying for anime, you such a geek. Like, bro, I 30 something
Listen,
years
man.
old, like, where spend my money how I
Listen,
want.
man. Listen.
I don't need booze.
I
And
get it. You don't need every streaming service because there's so many now. It's probably like dumb. But you know what I pay for? Motherfucking convenience, dog. Like,
yep, pretty
I,
much.
I,
I
back in the,
oh snap.
it's all good. Back in the day, bro. You
You
know,
struggled.
searching the internet and stuff for streaming service for streaming sites and not caring about the ads and the pop-ups. That was cool. That was back in the day, we was in school and shit. Internet was
Nah,
not
nah, it
no.
wasn't even that. It was the fact that that was all we had. We had dial up and a whole day of
Well, you can
running a
watch shit on that.
processor.
You can
Downloaded
watch
Naruto.
download it. I was like, you can watch shit on dial-up. But I was just saying, like, once we started getting high-speed internet,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't care searching because obviously at that point you didn't even have the money to pay for anything.
Exactly.
Like you said, bro, I'm 30 fucking years old, man. I'm 30. Fuck all that shit, man. I'll pay the $9.99 and then I could just type into that and oh, there it
Watch.
is. And it's all there. Like all the episodes in there. Then you get them dubbed, you get them subbed. I'm good, man. It's a lot easier on the mind.
Here's a financial reason. No, I pay $9.99 a month,
Mm.
and I don't need to pay $32.99 for my antivirus every other month to clean off all the crap that came in while I was watching. Like, nah, seriously, man. But yeah, so because because this dude just singing all day. Because Ethan, shush. Because England left Brexit. I mean, England left the EU. A lot of this stuff get banned. So
Mm.
the only thing we have is Funimation and Crunchyroll. Verve got canceled. Sorry, Verve got blocked.
They blocked Verve, dog?
Yeah, bro. Verve, HBO Max, DC Universe. There was something else.
Well, it's DC Infinite now.
Stars, something, a lot of stuff, even high dev. So I didn't get to. I had to find a site that had it,
Mm-hmm.
and they cut off the endings because I was like, man, I'm pretty sure there's something else, like, but yeah. And then
That's
they
crazy,
try to do
man.
it in dub as well. It ain't got the same effect, but yeah.
I don't think I watched it. Did I watch it in dub?
It should
I
have
think
been in Japanese.
I think, but it's been long enough that they probably dubbed it. I'm trying to remember if I watched it dub. I can't remember. You didn't give a fuck about. Yeah, I watched it dub. You didn't really give a fuck about the talking anyway through half that
Exactly.
show. Anyway, so let's dive in to this 4-episode masterpiece. Honestly, and I don't hear there's a live action. Is there a live action of this?
Yeah, there is. I want to watch it.
Okay, so I
Like
gotta watch.
that was. I think that was when you introduced me to high dev, because you had told me about high dev and Verb, and I was like, oh man, let me check them out. And I checked it out, and it had Corpse Party and Battle Royale. two of the best Japanese live
Yeah,
animations.
I
But I
watched
never
Battle
got to
Royale.
watch Carrot's Party, so I was like, oh,
I
I've
think
been searching for it for so long.
from what I've read is from what I read online. I think the live action one actually explains more the backstory of all those little demons and shit. Probably through flashbacks. I'm not sure though. You know, but
Yeah.
anyway. So okay, so diving into the show, you want to go in? You want to go in first, bro? Since it was
Nah,
your pick.
you go.
All right. So pretty much, it's a story about 9 students. They were just about to finish high school and stuff, and they were hanging out after school. You know, doing stuff, having fun, telling scary stories and shit. Um, so they did this ritual where they all grab like a paper and they all tear off a piece of paper, and the thing is so it's supposed to keep them joined together. But they
It
went and picked
really
up
did.
and pick up the wrong motherfucking paper, man. They pick up a paper from the previous school or some shit. I don't know. And so what it was is that there was a previous school that was there that had a whole bunch of shit happen, a lot of murders and shit like that. So they demolished that
Kidnapping.
school and kidnapping and stuff. Yeah, brutal stuff. And they knocked down that school and built this new school on top of it. And like Indian Native American burial ground movies fashion, motherfuckers fuck with some shit. So when they tear the papers, that shit threw them into the next dimension where the school is still like haunted and stuff, and there's a bunch of all the people that got murdered and ghouls and stuff were hanging out. So these 9 students are pretty much. It shows like it goes through each 9 student and yeah,
Yo,
yeah, yo, bro, like
that was crazy.
man, like it was crazy, man. It was gory and shit, man. They showed everything.
Yeah.
I like they're more death in this than a 20 than all 500 episodes of Naruto. Ah. Except if you don't, well, not
Bro,
really, because if you
there's more
Almighty
depth
push,
than dialogue. Seriously,
man,
watch it again, right? Like
what dialogue do you care about?
there is about four episodes, 30 minutes each. There's about 10 minutes of dialogue altogether.
Yeah,
Excluding screaming.
that's a little screaming. Yeah, it's a little screaming because there's a lot of screaming. So, like I said, so they as soon as they tear the paper, the school starts shaking. Big lightning flash, and the ground opens up, and they fall into this alternate dimension with the school, and then they get separated, and from there, pandemonium, bro. And there's a few I want to say interesting characters, but there's like I said, it's 9 students, and it starts off right off the bat with
Ethan.
Naomi, which is the short hair girl.
Yeah.
And she was there with a friend.
Satomi. That was the orange hair girl.
Yeah, she has some little things.
Yeah,
there.
boy.
And
that
she was like, yeah. Look, first and
all right,
go ahead.
All right. So here's my question. This is your first time watching it, right?
Yeah.
Were you ready for that?
Ready for which part?
the first episode, like the ending of the first episode. That's literally where.
That's when the girl hangs herself.
Yeah.
Well, that's when she gets hung.
No, she hanged herself.
There's a part in there that shows a video where the girl hangs her. She like kicks the bucket from under her. So I don't know. Did that actually happen, or did she hang herself?
What, the demon girl?
No, the short hair girl, Naomi. She sees a video, and the video shows that the girl was standing on the bucket, and she had the rope around her neck, and she was like, "No, please, no!" And then the girl kicks the bucket.
That was a demon girl.
That was a demon girl.
Yeah, she hanged herself.
All right. I mean, do you know for certain?
To be honest, you really don't.
Like, if you say so, bro, if you want to say so, I agree with you. But I'm just saying, do we know? But the reason I think you're right is because, like, why would there be like a VHS tape? Like, why would there be a tape around?
Yeah.
Like, who the fuck records that shit, right? But anyway, so yeah, it probably was the demon girl. Yeah, man. Yeah. Well, the thing about it is that they almost killed Naomi straight up earlier in this thing, but the girl that got hanged earlier, she shows up and she screams at her. She's like, "Why did you leave me alone?" Blah 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 blah. The girl's like, "Why are you mad at me?" And she runs off, and then uh, Naomi runs in the bathroom and sees her ass with the rope and all the blood, bro. And she was like trying to scratch to
Yeah,
get the
B.
thing.
Like
What's killing me is like she's like, "Oh no, oh no," and I'm just like, why don't you just like put her on her shoulders?
that's
She
what I
just,
was thinking too.
I'm like,
But
so
but but
Naomi's an idiot.
the one thing you have to give this anime is that there were like no loopholes. Like everything was
Okay.
plausible because she didn't think of that thing because she was really freaking out.
Yeah, she was freaking out. No, I mean, as a person that's disconnected, it's easier to think logically. But a high school girl, you see that shit going on. First and first, you end up in a world and you don't even know what the fuck's going on. You know what I mean? There's like fucking demons and shit chasing people and popping up. And you almost died earlier, and then you go in the bathroom because you had a spat with a girl, and then you see her hanging from a fucking. But she did think about going for the bucket to
Yeah,
use it as a stand. So like she did think of something, but by that time it was too late. That girl was great.
yeah,
Eyes,
that was
eyes
weird.
popping out. So
The
that was a.
first time I watched that, I
Mhm.
was like, "Holy crap!" Like she ain't get past episode 1. Come back.
Man.
I was like, "There's only 9 people." And by episode 2, half the god. It's like,
Bro,
yo,
what's crazy is that I was like, well, if this started off like this and there's only 4 episodes, what the fuck? Um, and then I'm kind of jumbling the episodes because it's so short. It's almost like just one whole movie.
yeah,
Honestly,
you
it
could
should have just been
literally
a
watch it as one whole movie.
yeah. It should have been just a featured film at this point. Then you had I'm going through the names here,
Bro, I
and
don't. There's one anime I don't remember names. I'm sorry.
no, it's too short. No, the reason I got the names is so we could talk about each one of them when they fucking thing. Cause some of the deaths happen so fucking quick. Like there was that girl that was hanging out with the little kids. One of the demon that had like half her head missing and the little boy.
Yeah, B.
And they picked her ass up in front of the teacher and dragged her, smashed her head. Yo, oh yeah, and they showed the wall and all her shit was falling down. Like,
Done. You had the little boy that was just going around cutting out people in intestines.
yeah, with the scissors.
Yeah, and
So
that was creepy because all he wanted was a tongue. I was like, bro, I know you're short, but reach high.
well, so the thing about it is like, so you're watching like the first 2 episodes, like he said, like half the people fucking dead. There's a bunch of kids, and we gonna talk about them real quick. But it's crazy because in that 4 episodes, they were able to tell you why those little kids were there, why that dude that killed the boy's sister.
Oh, he was brutal.
That he killed that one kid with the phone, stabbed him in the neck.
Yeah, that boy snapped.
Yeah. Once he saw that, his best friend was dead, the girl they pulled through the wall. He went nuts. He broke after that. He was just walking around like beating corpses and shit. And then the little sister, there's this little girl that's the main guy Satoshi's sister.
Yuka. I
Yes.
remember that name.
Yeah, Yuka. She was there, and she got separated from her brother because the door shut, and in ghostly fashion, you couldn't get the fucking door open. So she's like, I'm separated from my brother. And the guy shows up with the crowbar. He's like smashing all the things. He's like, I'll help you find your brother. He goes to try to kill her. Then this other random guy, he wasn't even a part of the original 9.
Yeah,
So,
he just come on nowhere. Hey, how you doing? I heard you.
Apparently he was
brother.
he was from a different class or something, like a different time period or something. He was stuck there. So you imagine that dude, he dead crazy. Like he gone. If he was there that long. Was he alive already? Was he also a demon?
Think he was alive? No, he
Mm.
was dead. He was dead.
He was dead, huh?
He was dead.
Yeah, he was dead. I think.
He was dead because he got turned into the anatomical dummy.
Yeah.
That death was interesting.
Which one? You mean him turning into a dummy?
Yeah.
It's funny because I think was he. It's like I gotta ask you these questions because you watch it 8 times. So you remember there was a girl that was hanging around there. The girl that had the glasses and the overall jacket. She was.
Are
from
you trying to ask if she was the girl
kill...
that was hanging around with him? Because
Yeah,
he was
remember
the novelist, the occult
yes.
novelist. Yes.
Right. Okay, so she... Because remember the actual dead bodies were inside a closet. Because she choked that boy. She was... so this chick, if you watch the YouTube version, I'm going to make sure I put all the pictures and stuff for you to see. So she was obsessed with him. She fucking killed his ass. Put him, stuff him in the closet, and then killed herself. And then they both were.
No, she didn't kill herself.
She didn't kill herself. So how
That's
did she
why
die?
she retained her image.
How did she end up there then?
She put him in the closet and made sleep with him.
And died, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so she killed herself.
Yeah, killed herself. She hugged him till she died. That's not killing yourself. That's just love.
That's self-harm, bro. Yeah, in a fucked up way. It's fear of love in a fucked up way. Oh so technically is love. Technically it's suicide. I know what you're saying. But it's still suicide.
It was like, yo, when I saw that, I was like...
But yeah, like you said, she was able to maintain her form, but it's almost like she blocked out that part.
Yeah.
Because that's how they defeat her at the end. They remind her, you're like, man, you claim to love this dude, but look in there. She fucking showed the two bodies. And then she's like, ah! She went nuts. I was like, yo, she fucking killed that guy, man. And then went to sleep with him in the closet. What the fuck? And that's why she didn't want the world to get destroyed. But yeah, so the dude that she killed, he's walking around with his knife. He's fucking slaughtering people. He catches the little sister, ties her up, and then brutal. It's brutal to watch, man, because she was screaming and shit. Man, I honestly, like you get so used to anime doing something to prevent that. Like it's like, oh no, she's about to die. Dude comes in.
Yeah. Because at the same time, they were kind of like hinting that the brother was running towards her, and he ended up in the wrong room. Oh,
wrong room.
Me, heard that.
That was brutal, man. That was brutal to watch. That was tough to watch.
I don't know which part was worse, the eyeball or the hip. The hip to me was worse. When he started cutting her hip with the shears, I was like, yo, like this man, jeez, boy. How did he die? I can't remember.
So there was two people that actually got transported back to their school. Remember? Yes. There was the blonde hair dude
or something like that.
Yeah.
The guy that liked the girl, but the girl had liked Satoshi.
Yeah, that had liked Satoshi, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, he went back because they both got out. Cause it's like it's a web that you gotta explain certain stuff.
Yeah.
So there was a suicide fucking dude, which you see he's like a big brute. He shows up. He's cutting up the tongues of all the fucking people and throwing it in a bucket. It's fucked up. And he was the son. Yeah, he was the son of the principal that started this whole shit.
He wasn't.
He was.
He didn't start it.
The principal?
No, the son. The son didn't start it.
No, I said he's the son of the principal that started this whole shit.
What did the principal do? Oh yeah,
the principal pushed the man. He pushed the little girl's mother down the stairs, broke her neck. The little girl saw He looked at
Yeah.
her. You saw everything. Choked her ass out, and then he like had her dead body locked in a room, and he used to go stab it because she used to haunt his dreams. So then
Yeah.
he committed suicide. Remember, he was stuck in that loop. He kept jumping off the building.
Yeah. That was yo.
but
Yo.
the
This
but the
anime.
brute, yeah. But the brute, I'm telling you, man. I watched it twice. Because I had to like rewatch. I had to watch it. Well, it's only 8 episodes now. We killed 12s in one day.
True.
So, but I had to rewatch it because like some stuff I was like, what? So I watched it, took a break,
Yeah.
and
Because
then watched it
you
again.
get so caught up in the action that you really don't follow the story that closely.
Yeah.
That's why I ended
So,
up watching it like 8 times because I was like, man,
mhm.
this Jesus.
Yeah, man. So, right,
Right. So the principal
man.
started it.
Pretty much, he was the thing that started it off. But because then his son went nuts and started doing the serial killer thing. So there was these 3 kids that the son, the big brute dude, kidnapped, and he pretty much fucking tortured, killed them, and the son was being influenced by the girl when she was in demon form. Right.
No. He just kidnapped them. That is it. I remember now. He just kidnapped them.
She was in the room with him when he started to kill them.
No,
because that's how one of them lose the eye, bro. You want me to pull up the tape? Yeah, she killed him.
Yeah, he was in the room, but he just kidnapped them. That was all.
Oh, okay. And he took their tongues. He took their tongues, man.
No, after he became demonized, yeah, he started taking tongues. He was like, nah, this ain't right. But all during
this ain't right. The point he was influenced.
Yeah, he influenced to kill everybody.
Yeah, but she influenced him to take the kids though, and put them in the room while she did the murder.
Yeah, that was so.
There ain't no disputing that, man. Because that's
Oh
man. But so one of them then actually turned into a demon kid. The boy, the little girl that had no things, they turned into, but the other girl, she was still normal because she's who transport those 2 kids out. And then the girl was like, I gotta go back and see Satoshi.
She was the little girl that died from following. Yeah. Stabbing the eye? Oh yeah, she was the one that
remember she replayed it for the girl, and the girl was like seeing it through her eyes.
In the eye.
And then so the girl's like, I gotta go back, and the other guy was like, nah, fuck that, bro. And he stayed for a little bit, but then he went back as well, and that's how he killed. Yeah, and that's how he killed
the big dude.
The dude, the mannequin dude.
Yeah,
that's how he saved him. But as soon as he did that, the brute killed him.
Yeah.
Remember, he started from the door like the dude from Game of Thrones. Hold the door. Hold the. I'm just like, he went back. He was out, dog.
What would you do?
It's hard, bro.
You know what?
I'm
not. I don't know. I'm not. All right, let me be honest. I'm not liking our podcast anymore, man.
Why? What's up?
Man, every anime we do, it started making me realize like these anime is brutal and morally decrepit as crap. Like seriously,
we can watch Fruit Basket.
Detroit Middle City, Future Dairy, like, bruh. Every anime we always end up with this question like, yo, what would you do? And then you sit there like, oh Jesus Lord.
It always gives a moral is the thing about it is it depends on it really. Hey, I'll never start anime. I got too much years invested in this shit. Yo, what's up, Ed?
What's up, Ed?
Yo, talking about that. Oh, we're gonna talk about that after we finish review this. Edwin started a podcast. Woo woo.
Yo,
talking about movies and shit, bro. Good stuff. But anyway, so where were we? Oh, so yeah, that's who saved, and then he dies, and they take the sisters. The brother Satoshi shows up and takes the sister's body out.
And Barry, and that's when they start seeing the principal.
Seeing the principal jumping off the
Yeah, I
fucking
remember.
roof.
Yo, this happened, bro.
uh, my for me though, my heart broke when the professor died. The teacher, the female teacher chick,
Who was her death again?
she got decapitated.
So what?
A piece of slab fell off the fucking roof.
Oh yeah. That was funny.
But she witnessed a lot of like other deaths, and it's just
She
like
witnessed
she was
all these students' deaths.
and she was so caring. She should have just went home, left them kids in that school, man.
Yeah.
That's fucked up. That's fucked up. She was hanging out with the kids earlier in the show, in episode 1, because there's only 4 episodes, and then she got decapitated. I was like, man, tough. His kids making a ruckus, guys. Anyway, so winding down to the end, they started to realize that they need to solve the what happened with the little girl. So they finally found out what actually happened. The principal, so apparently the principal, at the beginning, before the school got originally demolished, the principal killed the little girl's mom, and she saw, like, he pushed her down the stairs, and then once she broke her neck, when he came downstairs, he saw the little girl. The girl was like, "Mom, mom," and then he turned around and killed the little girl. So once he did that, the girl turned into a vengeful spirit. And by doing that, she influenced his son. First she drove the principal mad. He committed suicide. Then after that, she influenced the son to kidnap the little girls. And then by doing that, she killed those 3 kids. The school got demolished. And then once that happened, I don't know, it did some upside down world shit and created that school in that alternate universe. And then like people started transferring motherfucking students there, man. They started murdering them, and they all turned into demons. Ah! So the last 3 characters.
The speed in which them start dying though had me. Like as soon as they got there, like the girl was like, "Oh, as soon as you get here, we start killing. Like you don't waste no time." They end up torturing you and making you scared. No.
There was a couple. I think there was probably a couple of students we didn't even like really know. We just saw them like fucking up and die. Like one got the eye stabbed out, like you said, cut out intestines, and we were all like,
so mad that she start killing a lot of people around her, and then somebody hits her in the
head. Yeah. Like it happened so quick that I almost was like, whoa, slow down, let me catch my breath, because it went from falling through the hole to people dying. Like I was just like, what the fuck. And you know it's like, yo, we got 4 episodes, guys. We got to fit this shit in. Because you know, like usually anime is like that. Like those horror ones are usually 12 episodes. They're usually short. What we consider short, which is 12 episodes.
Yeah.
But you still get a like, you know, like there's a part where nothing happens and they're all like walking around and trying to. No. There ain't enough time to walk around in this fucking shit. Damn.
It's like every time the camera turns, somebody was getting killed.
Yeah, we should have done this one for Halloween. Anyway. But she worked, so it worked out.
Yeah.
So they finally at the end I know they revealed what happened to the actual demon girl. Not the demon part of her, because she also had she also had a soul. Had a soul part that was like calm, but she couldn't remember nothing. And I think they just revealed, hey, this is what happened, you know, and then they joined together and the school started falling apart.
Yeah.
So they had to escape. So I guess the way they had to escape is what they'll do is put the pieces of paper back together and recite what they said at the beginning.
Yeah.
Problem. You want to tell them the problem, or
you go, man? It's your show.
So problem. So what happened is at the beginning, Naomi lost her piece of paper.
Very beginning.
Very beginning, right off the bat, she loses the piece of paper that took her to the place before. So she finds the guy's. Did she find it or did he find it?
No,
This
he
Satoshi.
found it, and
He found the wallet.
he had his and the little sisters.
Mm-hmm.
So he gave her his
His,
and kept the little sisters.
but but I guess he got it mixed up with the guy's one then, because that's the reason. That's the reason he didn't get transported back, right? That's why they showed the wallet.
Yeah.
Fuck!
Literally,
Damn it!
it was because he gave her his and kept the little sisters. But he intentionally did it because remember when the girl was explaining what they need to do, she was searching for it, and he saw her, and before she could say anything, they ran off, and then he found the wallet, and he was like, "Yo, don't worry about it, I got it covered," and he gave it to her.
Yeah, but it has to be.
It has to be.
I guess
your
it has to be
original
your
piece.
paper. But then how it transferred Naomi back then? You know what I mean? You see my problem? Because that's not her paper.
Yeah.
So what I believe happened is when they found the wallet, he put. I might be wrong because we still searching 4 episodes to think of this shit. Anyway, he gave Naomi his. Here you go. Right? He pulls out the one that he thinks is his sister's. But it turns out to be something from the dude that was in his wallet, in the dude's wallet.
Mm-hmm.
So they probably was mixed up or something.
Then
they do the thing, and then
I think the first time I watched it, the explanation I gave myself was, he had his and the little sisters. Mm-hmm. He gave her his, and right. He gave her his and kept the little sisters, but because the little sisters was not his, the curse took a sacrifice to transport them. But because he was holding on to them apart.
Yeah, that's how they got the arms.
Right. The arms came off.
That could be that. I also probably only transferring papers belonging to people that are alive. So
that
since he was losing the little sister, it was like, nope, you dead. You supposed to be dead, but you're not. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of. It was interesting.
We can't transport saying that not alive.
That's yeah. And his sister had passed. His sister got killed
because
earlier.
That's all that was left of her. Hands.
That was not all that was left of her, man.
Was that dude cut her up?
They pretty much took out the body. She still had her head, one eye, some young body parts. She was still somewhat. I say she was about 7. So I would say she was about 60%. 60%. She still had one leg, one arm.
Nah, B.
An eye, bro.
She had one leg.
Man, dude, we got. You sure you watched this, bro? I'm joking. I'm fucking around. You watch it 8 times. I'm telling you, man. He never got to finish because when he was stabbing her in the stomach, old boy came and knocked his dome off. That was funny. He gave her a good baseball swing.
Yeah, no. When he was stabbing her in the stomach, he had already detached the legs. See, that's the problem with this anime. There is so much information going on, and then some of it leads you to piece together your imagination to understand the story. So you can watch it and come up with any old thing.
I tell you, man, I feel like she had more body parts.
I feel like she did it. Are you looking for it all?
Yes!
Finish the show.
I'm finishing the show. Okay. Alright. So it'll probably show up in the once we fix it. Yeah. Once we do all the editing and shit. But the point is the sister got murked in a brutal fashion. That girl got pulled through the wall though was still pretty bad though. When the kids lift her up and dragged her face on the fucking wood floor.
Yeah, off. Boy.
So she to me she had the worst death.
Nah.
So yeah,
To me, little girl had it worse though.
yeah. What I just meant is like, I don't know, man. They couldn't find any of her. At least they found some of the sister. They they left it. You know how they
blood trails.
How they identified. You want to know how they identified that was one of the girls that died? They found her hair tie. She had those little balls. It was stuck on the wall in the blood and gore.
Yeah.
Brutal. So, man, that was something else, man. So okay. Well, it's only 4 episodes, so there's only so much you can say about it. Very, very good anime. I think so we could just do the ratings real quick. I'm gonna give it a 5. Especially when they're based off a game. You know what I mean? It's usually really tough. It's really tough to do anything based off of video games, as we've seen throughout the years. So
yeah, Cyberpunk.
So Cyberpunk is based off of what's it called, man? That movie with Harrison Ford.
Blade Runner.
Blade Runner? Is that
kind of?
Is that what Cyberpunk?
But there's a
Cyberpunk?
There's an anime to it.
There's a Cyberpunk anime?
Yeah.
Well, I know they also made an anime for the game. Like, it was part of the whole thing. So.
Okay, but nah. It's supposed to be the story of Blade Runner, kind of a spin-off.
Around that. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that was like a lot of them big games, man. So much hype, never delivers. Poor development. lies, greed. We could all talk about that shit. We've seen it all the time. I mean, Electronic Arts exists. So, let's see. Okay, so ratings, story. For such a short story punch, I was able to grab so much depth out this shit for 4 episodes. Like, it's ridiculous. For 4 episodes, guys. 2 hours. I was able to grab what happened to the little girls, the backstory there. Crazy ass girl that killed her, the Otaku writer. Storyline there. The kids, the relationships with how they wedded to madness. That's a cool storyline. The fucking crazy ass principal. The fact that they made a whole separate universe with all these crazy ass demons and shit.
Yeah.
And even and the thing about it is they came back and you was like, yo, it's over. And then right after that, you saw the girl, one of the girls, Naomi, was at the end credit scene. After that, she was straight mad, and that makes sense. There's no way you come out of that without any psychological damage.
And live a normal life. Nope. None at all.
So yeah, so like 4, I can't get past it as 4 episodes. So
I told you.
Intro, character, story, and as sad as the conclusion was, I give all that shit 5, and I'm gonna throw the No Country for Otaku stamp of approval. I need to get some. Yeah, I was about to say I need to make that stamp so that I can put it in. I'm gonna probably work on it sometime today. Yeah. What about you, man? I know you already think 5, but I guess you agree with everything I said.
It's one of those animes that you watch it over and over and over again, and you still enjoy the story. It's like if you sit down and watch Jack Reacher, yeah, boy, all the time, you love it.
I rewatch Jack Reacher 1 all the fucking time.
Yep, me too. And now my wife into it.
Is she into the novels?
Oh yeah, we started out with the novels first, and then
y'all were then the movie came out, huh?
Huh?
Did you read? You were reading novels before the movie came out, huh?
No.
Or did you? Or did you get it?
I watched.
You watched the first one. I then got into novels.
And then got into novels. and she got into the novels. And then she was like, "Oh, this would be so good if it was a movie." I was like, "What are you talking about?"
And then you do this.
Yeah, I was like, what are you talking about?" She's like, "Oh, like they should make a movie of this." I was like, "Wow, anniversary night." And I showed her it, and she was like, "Oh, it's so good."
What did you think about part two?
Huh?
What did you think about the second one?
I liked it. It was slow. It was a slow burn. Um,
I feel like they changed. Did you think that they changed too much from the book for the second one?
felt like they tried to push more of the focus
On
on
the
Major
yeah, on
and
the
the
major.
girl.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Which,
Okay.
which, in all fairness, right?
Hmm.
More of the focus on the Major was fine for me because
The daughter part felt off.
yeah, the
Like
daughter part
because
didn't
well
really
the thing
feel
about
like
it,
it fitted in.
well from the book, because I know you read the book, it took a while before he met his daughter. He didn't just meet his daughter right after he found out.
Right. So
Right. It
so
took a little while
that's
because he
why
had a
up until Louisiana it felt off.
okay. Because he was the daughter was not with him that for a bunch of the story in the book. He was like, "Yo, I gotta go and find out who this child, who my kid is." This
Right.
person said,
Because
"Yeah,
they came after Major. It's only
mm-hmm,
when they got branded as fugitives by the
mm-hmm,
police.
right."
Because
But they went to California and stuff. Well, also that was the difference. They were in California in the book and New Orleans, but that's
they
semantics.
were in
That's all good.
Philadelphia, they were in Washington, then they went to Philadelphia, then they went to
Mm-hmm,
California,
right,
then they found the guy that had impeached him that was in the army. He
mm-hmm,
got killed.
right,
Richie got branded a fugitive. Major got
right.
branded an accomplice. So then they were like, well, the guy,
You,
Dupont was in Louisiana, and they were like,
mm-hmm,
well, if we get in Louisiana and I'm a fugitive, they're gonna go after this girl that's supposedly my
girl,
daughter. So
my
we're gonna
daughter,
go get
right.
her. So that's why the story started to fall in when they got to Louisiana. But yeah, it was. I mean, I still enjoyed it.
I thought it was cool. It's just, but
It
sometimes when you make too much changes to a flow of a story,
it
it
destroys the
kind of
entire plot.
it kind of fucks the plot up, and
Yeah.
I I feel like Tom Cruise tried really hard to fix that shit, but it just you can see a dude like working hard to make a movie. It's just like I'm sorry, man,
But
the script not there.
I got two opinions about that.
And there was like
Speed.
a part that he looked bored. Go ahead.
Yeah. One, um, the fact that they tried to implement the daughter at an earlier stage, so he had to work really hard to fix it. And two, the the offer of the books told Tom Cruise that we gonna buy back the rights to the books and the character because you know the fans don't really appreciate that you don't fit the description.
Oh yeah, I remember about that. That's why they never.
So
So they didn't
Tom
make any
couldn't
more after.
take
That's
it.
why.
He was like, "All
Yeah.
right, buy back your rights, but I can make this character look so bad."
Yeah, I remember that because everyone was complaining because Tom Cruise obviously is a shorter guy,
Yeah,
and in the book, the guy's tall, the
he's
guy
like
can't
6'7".
drive. Yeah, the guy can't drive. Tom Cruise and they're doing drive scenes, bro. The guy was afraid to drive in the book. I'm glad they changed that.
No,
That shit was weird.
he,
Yeah,
he
he couldn't drive.
he could
Remember when
drive.
they
He
were
could drive, but he
he
didn't like it.
he didn't like it. That's why when you had that chase scene in the first one, which is to me one of the best
Oh
car
yeah.
chase scenes ever, because obviously Tom Cruise does his own stunts, so they had those angles of him
Mm-hmm.
driving the car that you don't get in a lot of movies, and especially when he got out the car and let the car roll to the police and let go of stuff.
Yeah.
But that's part one. Yeah, I liked it, but I think if they had just kind of stayed a little more to the book,
Mm-hmm.
it probably would have been better. Also, though, man, I ain't gonna sit here and act like they ain't no badass scenes. That beginning scene with the sheriff,
Yeah.
the corrupt sheriff, the prison scene,
Yep,
how he
that
was
was
able to
pretty good.
to escape with her. That was pretty
The
good. It's
ending
just
fight. Oh my god.
I feel the ending fight would have been even better if Tom Cruise knew that there would have been a possible part three
Probably. It probably would have been better and longer. But
and
still,
longer.
to jump off a building.
Dude, I ain't hating on it. I'm just saying, like, but that part one thing, man said, I'm gonna beat your ass and drink your blood from a boot. Yeah, he's like, oh, yo, oh, man's like, man, I love part one, bro. Especially when the case like, look, it just didn't make sense. Why would you check the meter?
Yeah.
Even no one would have done that, even me. Ah! Oh god, I can talk Tom Cruise all day. So yeah,
Who would you have to replace? All right, let me not say that because nobody can really replace Tom Cruise version of Jack Reacher. But who can you think of that fits the bill for what the audience wants?
oh man, you got any ideas? I'm not sure.
Yeah, you remember True Blood?
Mm-hmm.
The guy who played Eric, the blonde hair one.
Sarsgaard? Oh no, Sarsgaard is somebody else. Oh yeah, he played George. He's not George of the fucking Jungle. Tarzan.
Yeah,
God damn
yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Him.
Do you think he has the acting skills though?
They were
Like not just
they were complaining about height and build.
yeah, but don't, bro. You can't. One thing you can't say is that Tom Cruise ain't have the swagger for that fucking role, bro.
I know. That's why I can't think of anybody because every time I think of acting skills, there is nobody I can think of that would comparably either make Jack Reacher better or are on par as to what Tom Cruise did. So I just don't. I just don't. And in order for me to choose somebody, I just don't. So I end up with people like him.
I mean, he definitely fits the bill. I just don't know if his acting and not saying he's a shit actor. Just I
Mhm.
don't know if his acting per se would make. What about Harry Cavill? You think
Henry Cavill.
Henry Cavill? Henry Cavill? Nah,
Maybe, nah,
man. I
maybe.
don't know, man. But I will say, did you ever watch Man from Uncle?
Yeah,
He was good as fuck in that one.
he was.
Him and Army Hammer. Even though Army Hammer right now, like he getting
He was getting Fallout and Witcher too, and I loved him in when he played
so.
Theseus.
Oh, and Immortals.
Yeah,
Is that what it's called?
Immortals. That's it.
Yeah,
Um,
that story just weird as fuck though.
yeah, it really is. But
it,
still,
it it was a great no, it was a great like the story. It was great. Like the whole thing was good. It's just the Immortal story as itself is a like the fact that they even attempted that whole. Cause that shit's like there's some stuff that's just hard to make into like a movie.
yeah.
They attempted it though. They knocked it out, especially when the that fine ass fucking seat whew,
The jump.
the yeah old girl that
Mm-hmm.
she loses her power after she has sex. He
He's
took that
Sarah.
power back. The Sierra. I was like, man, I would have done it too, Cavill. Don't even get mad. All right,
Yo, Greek's got a problem with this fat stuff, man.
hey man, they don't shun for it like they don't shun from it like how we do now, man.
True.
It's a different frame of mind then. What about the guy from the other guy from the Hammer man from Uncle Hammer, Army Hammer. Nah, I'm just shooting names now. I'm just thinking of tall people.
Yeah, that you see what I mean? You can't
Uh huh.
if you think acting wise, blank.
You know,
You can't replace Tom
a
Cruise.
young Clint Eastwood probably could pull it off.
Who?
Young Clint Eastwood.
Yes.
Yeah, because he did Dirty Harry.
Yes.
But we can't get we can't get young Clint Eastwood, so.
There you go. Acting wise, young Clint Eastwood, but that ain't happening though.
That ain't happening.
Oh gosh.
I don't. They should have just left him, man.
I know. Yeah, because they grossed $130,000 in books, literally.
Books. Oh, that's like movie. I was like, what the fuck? Oh,
just from Jack Reacher 1 alone.
You know, sometimes there's criticism, and then there's like criticism that don't make sense, and that's one of those lines I didn't really understand. You're never gonna get the character you get from a book. It's really hard, but it's not like the character that was portrayed in the movies was worse. Made the character in the book look worse. You know what I mean? It wasn't the same, but you know what I mean. So like a complaint like that, I don't understand. But no, if they had done a movie, the first one, and it was garbage, and they made the character look really bad and stuff like that, then I'll kind of understand. You get what I'm saying? So it's almost like how you had all right. So remember when Sonic for the Sonic movie was coming out, and they showed the initial Sonic design, and everyone went crazy, including me, because like you look at that, it's like, well, it's not making the character better. There's already a design that works. Why would you change it that much? So then they fixed it. That makes sense.
Yeah.
But the Jack Reacher one didn't make sense. But it's whatever. Dude, Sunday, Kong versus Godzilla trailer. Yeah, bro, dude, man. After King of Monsters,
that was good,
bro. I just love that. I am happy.
Wait a minute. Which King of Monsters? The animated version or the live action?
Oh, live action. Well, this is all live action.
Oh, okay. Because don't forget, they brought out King of Monsters and God Eater on Netflix.
Yeah.
And then King of Monsters came out. So when it came out, I was like, man, they confused. What's going on here? But they were all good. So good.
Oh yeah, the Netflix one was pretty good too.
It was excellent.
But I'm talking about the movies. Because, yeah.
So Kong versus Godzilla.
Did you see the Kong movie with Samuel L. Jackson?
I did. That was really good.
Fucking Samuel get crushed at the end. He got smashed like a bug. So that was pretty. Like, my thing is like what I enjoy, what I love, what I'm loving, what I'm seeing right now. It looks like they had a vision, and it was like, yo, we gonna get a lot of flack, but we gonna stick to this hoe. And they made the rest of the movies. You know what I mean? Because everybody bitched about the first Godzilla movie. Oh, they didn't show enough Godzilla. The first one.
What was the first one?
It was just named Godzilla.
That was the one when it was in New York.
Huh? New York? Oh no! That's not Godzilla. That's some shit that they made in the 90s. I'm talking about.
That was Godzilla.
No, it wasn't. That was some shit they made in the 90s. I don't count. They're not Godzilla. And there was like a whole bunch of them. There was like 5 different.
Or you mean the one with
I know what you mean. Okay, that's the one I'm talking about.
Okay, yeah.
I tell you, man. I know. There's another one that came out. The one in New York came out in '98.
Yeah, that's the first ever Godzilla I watched.
I wish they had just named it. No, I didn't hate. I don't hate the movie. I just hate that they called it Godzilla. Because it's not Godzilla. It's Giant Lizard. Giant Lizard 1. It's because to me, it's one of those situations where they ignored all the Godzilla lore to create their own movie. But because there's so much history behind the name Godzilla that it kind of like
it fizzled out.
Right. I did, because they even set up for a sequel, but the problem is you named it Godzilla, so you kind of fucked it up. Because right after that, Japan released Godzilla 2000.
Yeah, they did.
They're like, fuck you. Anyways, So yeah, the one with Bryan Cranston, where everyone thought Bryan Cranston was gonna have a big role, and he dies in like the first beginning half of the movie.
Yeah.
I let it focus on his son, but the main complaint everyone was saying was, yo, why they're showing so much of the human characters, and you never really get to see a lot of Godzilla. And I was, so you know, I was talking to somebody all day, and it was like they never understand. I was like, no, I know they showed that kid, that dude. I wish they had just stuck with Bryan Cranston because he was a
Yeah.
better actor. But the reason you never saw Godzilla so much is because it was supposed to come from the human perspective, looking up
Mm-hmm.
at that. And Godzilla is massive. He is fucking huge. So the
Like
point is
you
like
can't see all of them at
you
once.
you can never see all, especially if you're in a city, because they were in San Francisco with all the buildings and stuff, right?
Yeah,
So it
because
was always supposed.
Godzilla's supposed to be as big as a continent.
Yeah, this dude fucking huge. He literally took over Boston in King of Monsters in the crew after he beat
Mothra.
Mothra. Yeah, after he
Yeah.
defeated the False King. They pretty much took over Boston and fucking nuclear wasteland. Poor Massachusetts. Got destroyed Fenway. But yeah, that was the point, is that he was so massive in that part one that you could never see him in his entirety because you're looking from our eyes looking up. They changed it in Sea of Monsters though. They gave you all the Godzilla and all the fight scenes. And then they put all the military propaganda in that whole when he was walking across the water and they had all the fucking planes, jets, and I was just like,
America.
America! They couldn't resist. It's like, hey, Japan, check this shit out. Yeah, so now we get to see King Kong versus Godzilla.
That should be
I'm
good.
assuming.
I've been waiting for a part 2 of the Kong Skull Island for a while.
Yeah, I think it's building up. So, what do you think gonna happen? You got any speculation? You want to guess before the trailer comes out and they spoil it? I might skip this trailer.
Yeah, me too.
I think I'm gonna skip this trailer.
Let me see. Kong and Godzilla gonna fight, and then they might bring back Hydra.
I was thinking. No, what I'm thinking is that you're gonna get Mecha.
Yeah, and then they end up.
Because because the end of Monster, they the one of the guys, the environmentalist terrorist dude, he was selling. He sold off like the head of Mothra or something. So
yeah,
I feel they're gonna use that to build the Mecha one to try to fight the monsters to try to get back Boston or some bullshit.
Yeah,
and then Kong and we boy Godzilla after throwing blows
back and forth
earlier gonna be like, nah, bro, we run this shit. I run shit here. You just live here. Oh yeah, just walk away, and I'm gonna burn this motherfucker down. Yeah, sorry, that was Training Day. Still one of the best rats of all time.
Yo, I like Denzel Washington, but he does too much, man.
Oh, you mean at the end of all his movies?
Yeah.
Well,
except Pelham 1, 2, 3. That's the only movie I watched where he didn't die. He actually got on the bus and went home. And I was like, holy crap, you didn't die. And
he doesn't die in a lot of movies.
He didn't know how to end the movie.
He didn't die in Jukyou.
And he didn't die in Equalizer. Yes.
And he didn't die in Equalizer.
Yeah, I said most of his movies, not all.
He did die on Man on Fire, though.
Bruh.
He got the girl back. But he died in the back of the car. He knew he was going to die. That's why he gave himself up. He's like, yeah, I'm going to die anyway. So go ahead, take the girl and let me give you this corpse. Let me give you this corpse.
Let me hop in back of this car.
He died. He fell asleep. Yeah, man, I love bro. That's why you won the Oscar for Training Day.
Denzel Washington could play Jack Reacher, but they'll never do it because he's black.
He could. But
acting
he's
was,
a little too old.
Acting was.
I was like, you don't think he's a little old now?
Yeah, but
Well, technically, Equalizer
But
was his Jack
Jaricho
Reacher.
was old.
Yeah, he was old. Yeah, because he was retired and shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he actually didn't retire. He just fucking went AWOL.
No, he retired.
He retired?
Yeah.
You sure he didn't go AWOL? Oh, I thought he went AWOL.
No,
Because everyone was looking for his...
one segment he went AWOL. That was when he got demoted. That was his story when he got demoted.
Right.
And
okay.
then he
you've
got
read
the
more
Purple
books.
Heart.
You've read more books than me.
Oh, okay, yeah. So he got demoted when he went AWOL. But he went AWOL. It was so silly. He this army dude was killing people. Just randomly killing people. And he was like, yo, I think it's this dude. And the commanders was like, yeah, but you got no proof. And I was like, all right, cool. Laugh. Went to Afghanistan. Work him. Come home. The man was like, wait, what? Found him. And then the man brought the guy back from Afghanistan. I was like, oh, you want to press charges against Richard? No, I want to confess to everything that I just did. Done. The man was like, yeah, we you broke protocol. We got to demote you. Like, we got to punish you somewhere to show that, So
you can't
he
just
went
fucking
AWOL, demoted. They said demoted for AWOLism. And then the man get a Purple Heart for getting stabbed while saving the president. And was like, yeah, done. Retire.
So we got a comment. Says Dragon Ball Z is the best anime of all time.
That's all right. I like L ships too. So does my 3-year-old.
Shut up. Dragon Ball Z is legendary, man. Dragon Ball Z is legendary.
Well, he got a point. Dragon Ball Z. I wouldn't say Dragon Ball Z is the best.
Seven deadly chins. that was a good name. I like that one. Seven deadly chins.
Because that anime gone down. But that's what
I think the new season just came out. Well, not on Netflix, but like just regular.
Well, that's what happens when Madhouse All Rights.
But it's All Rights like 2 seasons ago, man.
Exactly, and it went down 2 seasons ago.
Yeah, the last season, Seven Deadly Sins animation was horrible, man.
But
anyway,
here's my thing.
But yeah, Dragon Ball Z, bro.
What about it? But they're making a live action to that, aren't they?
No.
Yeah, they are.
No.
They're not?
No. They probably are, but no. No, no, dude, I'm saying no because I'm in denial. I don't want to go through this again. We had Dragon Ball Z Evolution. Remember? You remember? White Goku?
Yeah. And everybody else was Asian.
Attack on Titan, new season. Well, we already talked about the new season last episode. You're not even watching it.
No.
But
the manga... everywhere I looked, everybody was like, oh my God. Attack on Titan season 4 is the best. And I'm like, that's all right. I'll see it when it's done.
When it's done, right. It's because I'm reading the manga, right. The animation is pretty good, though. It's worth it. But I stopped watching the animation right now, like you, because I'm tired of waiting every week. So I'm waiting until it, goes a little further ahead. Same thing with Promised Neverland. I haven't watched the
haven't looked at
anything
it.
Past
haven't looked at the trailer. I started reading the manga, but the manga is so slow. Oh,
of course, yeah.
Like, and I was like, maybe I should go back to Attack on Titan. And then remember I was showing you my list of anime, and we saw it like chapter 81. I was like, bro, I can't do this. And then be 47 pages long. I was like, oh, I can't do that.
I'm trying to think, is there anything else that recently came out?
No, not really. Andrew told me about an anime called Kaifuki or Kaifuku. This wizard who works with a woman, and the woman is end up doing some diabolical stuff to him. I was like, oh, gotta check this out. He said it was like on par with Goblin Slayer. Artwork, story, everything, but it goes it goes in like Cart's Party.
You gotta find out the name of it again.
Yeah. Let me fire
Yeah,
up the
man.
old.
Promise Neverland's pretty solid. 7 deadly chins. Chin-san. Chin-san. Uh, try it. Yeah. I'm not really watching much right now.
Yeah, I've just been
One of
watching
my
what we put on
one of
our
my closest
list.
friends here, he's
I've just been watching what we put on our list.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Well, obviously, there's stuff that's going on that I'm actually watching week to week. Like what's it? The shit. I'm so bad at names. I gotta pull up the name here. But yeah, week to week. But like Jujutsu Kaisen. I'm
Mm.
watching. I'm watching that week to week. Black Clover, because I'm already invested 160 fucking episodes on that bitch. So I'm gonna fucking keep watching that
So is
bitch.
my wife. It's called Kaifuku Jutsushi no Yara no Ashi.
You're gonna have to
Redo
email
of
that shit
the
to me.
healer.
Wait, what? The what?
The redo of the healer.
Oh, dude, that shit is practically hentai.
Is it?
I watched the first episode. I was like, what the fuck? Yeah, dog. Yeah, dog. That shit practically dude, they show everything. Like literally they show the sex and everything, bro. It's hentai.
Is it?
It's like
But
if hentai is like the peak of animated porn, it's like right underneath. It's almost like it's like right underneath because it doesn't happen a lot in the episode, but it happens.
Yeah.
It's like rape and shit, dude. They fuck dudes in that anime, bro.
Because
they ripped the kid. They ripped the kid. They ripped the main star, bro. It's bad. It's bad. I was like,
he told me he watched it and he was like, "Yo, I want anime that happy." I was like, "What?" He was like, "Yeah, but I just."
What happened is they released 2. There's just the regular one. There are only 2 episodes out, and then the second episode, there's a censored and an uncensored one. And you know my ass, I'm like, man, I'm 30. So I clicked on uncensored.
Yeah, give me all that Japanese because usually uncensored in anime is like dub or some crap.
And like, also, but those like show boobs or something.
The artwork of the boobs are blood and make it white. They just leave it undrawn.
Nah, bro, they went all the way in this one, man. They put everything. So I was like, oh, so yeah. I won't say it's like Demon Slayer though. It's one of those situations that you can.
No, he said Goblin Slayer.
Goblin Slayer. I got me saying Demon Slayer. Goblin Slayer. No, not exactly. Like brute, like killing and stuff wise, probably, but it's because he has like a bunch of girls that eventually like go with him and stuff. So it's more one of those a lot of those shows where the guy has a party of people and they're doing magic and shit like that. It's not real. I wouldn't say it's Goblin Slayer. Goblin Slayer is high quality anime. This this one is hentai plus. Oh, it's almost like high school DxD.
Oh,
you ever see like not like that, but like how they showed all the boobs and shit like that and all that. Yeah, but then there's also a lot of brutality with like fighting. So I don't know, man. You should watch the first episode.
Well, there's apparently there's 2. So
yeah, there's 2.
There's only.
That's what I said. There's 2 episodes out.
Oh,
but only part 1 I've seen uncensored because after that I was like, oh, okay.
Is it on Crunchyroll?
No.
Oh yeah. What am I saying?
Oh my god, he asked if it on Crunchyroll. You know they're not gonna put that shit on that fucking site, bro. Come on, man.
Oh my gosh.
They're not gonna put that shit on that site, but bro, yeah, I wasn't ready because I was like, oh, look at one of those shows. I was like, okay, cool.
That's how it was with Goblin Slayer. I had to pick up my kid and throw him.
You know what? Like, yeah. Like, all right. So you know the scene where the goblins rape the girl at the beginning, and they pretty much just show her like crying, and the goblin like No, in this, it would have panned out, and you would have actually see the goblin like,
Oh man.
yeah. So it's softcore because you don't actually see like a penis, but
Hmm.
you actually see the act happening in this anime. So it's just like,
That's why he was like, "Save me, boy!" Like he iced bird. Like he couldn't believe it.
he
But you
always
know
burned my
what? It's
ass. He was
funny
enjoying that shit.
because the database site that I use, they
uh,
have stats for how many people watching it, how many people want to watch it, how many people drop it. The main got
mm.
watching 78, dropped 2,830.
Wait, on the one that he talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, because a lot of people not watching it for that. You know what I mean? So like you started while you like, oh, this is fine. Run away.
Yo, nice.
So I'm not surprised with that watch to drop ratio. But anyway,
Somebody
we
said
hitting up.
Poor Hub just got replaced. Done. I'm done. We'll never end this show. We'll start a new topic. Oh my gosh.
Uh, uh, fun times, man.
Mm-hmm.
So if that's your fancy and you want something
No.
you
can't
want
I can't
something to
even handle
watch.
Goblin stuff properly.
So that's your show for the month. I'm just joking. All right, so that's it for this week. Be sure to catch the obviously the edited episode on YouTube.
YouTube. And
You know,
thank you for our 37 subscribers. Yay!
37. Yay! Well, to sell the house, take
Yep.
this show on the road.
I'm gonna get a divorce.
Oh Lord, your wife would kick your ass.
I'm rich,
And
bitch.
so that be sure to check that out next week. Man, not next week.
IG.
I think we actually planned far enough out that we can actually tell you what's happening next week. So next week is Kaiji. That's what we'll be reviewing.
Yep, that's a pretty
what's that
great
Chinese
anime
done?
as well. Have you
What's
watched it?
that? No, I gotta watch it. It's
Oh,
about what was it? No, I watched the other one.
yeah, you watched Akagi. Kaiji has the
Akagi.
same kind of idea, but from a different perspective. If you remind me to send you the live action, because what happened was that I think Japan made a movie.
Mm-hmm.
No, Korea made a movie of it, but because it was Japan's rights, they just named it something else. So they just made a movie of the first act. So remind me to send you that. It was really good. Like even Natty enjoyed it. She was like, "Oh my god, I gotta watch the anime now."
So, Kaiji's next week. Be sure to join us between about 11:30, 12 Central Time, and if you're in England, 6 p.m.
5.
Okay, that was close. Man, is it 5 if it's 12 o'clock?
Oh no, it's 6.
All right, it's 5.
6
I know. Yeah, because we never started at 11, which was the original plan. But yeah.
Damn
anyway,
kids.
so it'll be streaming on YouTube tomorrow, 11:30.
Yeah.
But and that's pretty much it, man. Be sure to join us next week. Follow our socials. They all in the link below, the stuff below. And y'all have a good weekend. And if you're watching football, go Pack Go. Give it a. I'm scared because Tom Brady is Tom Brady.
Yo, that's gonna be a good game.
I'm so scared, dog. Because it's Tom Brady, dude. I've seen this dude do this so much. I'm so scared. It's almost like LeBron James in the fucking playoffs. So it's just like,
I mean,
he's gonna be in
I
the
know we
finals.
ended and everything, but think about it. If Aaron Rodgers does this, he can finally solidify himself as one of the greats. Because
he's already one of the greats.
He is. But the argument has always been, oh, he'll never be Tom Brady.
Yeah.
And to me, he is on par or just a little bit better than Tom Brady.
You think so?
Yeah,
I,
that man's skills has been.
it depends on where you're looking at it from. Oh boy, we got a little time. This is my thing about it. If you're going off of throwing, mobility, and just an athletic outlook and skill ceiling of quarterback position for between Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers is Aaron Rodgers. Nobody throwing that ball. No one throwing that ball like that boy, man. Like that man. You know what I mean? He be slinging that ball all over. He could run and stuff like that.
So he's the first quarterback I see to throw as good as an overhand like Brett Favre. Sorry, not Brett Favre, Joe Namath. And as good as a sidearm as Phillip Rivers. Because sidearm, I mean, Phillip is pure sidearm.
Yeah, he can't throw no different. I don't even know how the fucking ball gets there. But when it comes down to me, if you look at the teams that Tom Brady took to the Super Bowl, and you look at his receiving core and stuff, bro, outside of Gronkowski and
Wes Welker.
Right, but no, Wes Welker and their boys, right? But the thing, boys, like Wes Welker, until he got to New England, he got cut from like the Dolphins and stuff. He wasn't really doing much.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. But obviously Edelman was a quarterback in fucking college, and he got changed to wide receiver, and all his history. But like when you think of like Randy Moss level type receivers, he's only had Randy Moss, and then he had Gronk, like people that were already going into the Hall of Fame.
Randy,
you know what I
mean? He had one other person, Chad.
He didn't do anything with Chad Ochocinco though.
Yeah,
they cut his ass. It ain't where. Yeah, it didn't pay out. They cut him. You get what I'm saying? So he's done a lot with like a little, and 20 years at one team.
True.
To go to the Super Bowl so many times and to win 6, even though he lost 3, and then even one that he lost against the Eagles, he threw for a record 500 something, and then he had that comeback against the fucking choking Falcons. Tell the Falcons don't eat no lizards, don't eat no worms because they'll fucking die. So when it comes to that, and I feel like the leadership and stuff like that, I think Tom Brady is better, but it's definitely one. It's definitely 1-2 in my opinion.
On leadership, based on comebacks, but I guess from what you're saying, with all the accolades of comebacks that Tom Brady has, he would be the GOAT. But I still think they're both really, really great.
And then for him to, it's like 1-2. But the thing is, like, even for Tom Brady to do so much, especially because he can't run. He can't run, like he can't, like his escapability isn't as good. So obviously he has to make up with other things. He's done a lot. I in my opinion, Tom Brady's number 1, Aaron Rodgers number 2.
Okay.
And then you can scroll down from there. Even though like there's Peyton Manning,
all right,
and stuff like that.
Boom.
But anyway.
Anyhow, I'm gone on that note.
Exactly. Ocho never touched the field, man. He like touched the field once and he dropped the pass, which was a touchdown. I remember that. But anyway. All right, dog. So it's going on about an hour 30 minutes.
Yeah, we gotta go.
I'm gonna go ahead and call this one because I really don't feel like editing too much. And then
peace, dudes.
Peace, guys. Be sure to join me later. I'm gonna probably stream some games. This game called House Flipper. You actually like do repairs to the house and shit. It's just some nerd stuff that I do when I'm smoking. Anyway, guys, y'all have a good one. Peace.